result of larger fleets raising pay, offering bonuses, and attracting more and more drivers from the smaller fleets to fill up seats. Now, for the year, the large truckload turnover was 95%, down 1 percentage point from 2013, but the turnover at the small fleets was 90%. That's up 11 points from the year before. Now, the 5-point gap between the two turnover rates is the smallest since 2000. The trade deficit in the United States shrank during the month of February to the lowest number in more than 5 years as a labor dispute at West Coast ports contributed to the weakest reading on purchases from abroad since 2011. Then the gap, which measures the difference in the value between imports and exports, narrowed by $7.2 billion to $35.4 billion, lower than the lowest forecasted economists surveyed by Bloomberg, and the smallest since October 2009. The Commerce Department reported imports contracted 4.4%. That's the biggest slump since February of 2009, when the economy was in a recession. F1 other story drivers, the American Transportation Research Institute recently collected over 800 driver surveys on the topic of truck parking and truck parking reservation systems at the Mid-America Trucking Show. Now, according to ADRI's latest survey, cross-references driver perceptions of truck parking availability with the viability of reservation systems to determine the amount of value truckers put on truck parking availability. The data collection was prompted by the selection of truck parking as one of the top priority research topics for 2015 by ADRI. Truck parking continues to rank very high in ADRI's annual top industry issues survey, ranking 6th overall in the 2014 survey. And among truck drivers, parking was even more important, ranking 2nd only to the hours of service regulation. Drivers, that's the news, and again, it's 888-876-2336 all across North America. If you want to join us in the conversation, I certainly hope that you will do. You know, drivers, coming up in just a matter of days, there's going to be another committee meeting in Washington to talk about what's going on with the entry-level driver training criteria that is being determined. Now, I'm going to read some of the opening lines from an article from Jamie Jones, who is the Landline Managing Editor. The concept that new drivers need training is accepted pretty much universally, but when you get down to some of the brass tacks of what that training will be all about, who can give it, and how it's going to be regulated, that's where universal acceptance and agreement comes to an end. And again, those are some of the opening remarks of Jamie Jones' article, and it's a pleasure to welcome back to the North American microphone Scott Renwick. He is the Regulatory Affairs Director for OOIDA, and he is with me right now. Sir, welcome back to the show. How have you been?
Well, thanks, Mark. I was really fine getting my frequent flyer miles to DC these days. So, if I'm flying to DC, I must be planning a trip to DC. One or the other. So, that's okay. I'm happy to do it. After being at NAS last week and talking to people who remind me of why I'm here and doing what I do, it's not a problem.
Oh, absolutely. I totally understand it. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that before we get into the meat of the conversation here. Big crowd, large turnout, a lot of great feedback. I know a lot of folks dropped by the OOIDA booth. Talk about some of the comments you got from drivers out there. They're pretty optimistic about, the rest of this year. They're feeling pretty good. Cautious optimism. I would imagine a lot of concern, a lot of feedback about these regulations that the industry faces.
Oh, definitely. And a lot of questions about CARB and, the never-ending lawsuits and mess that they have out there. That it just drives me nuts because it's drivers who, have, already applied, spent the money against people who are hoping to hold off and not have to mess with their truck. So, plenty of comments there, but the only thing I got, to be honest with you, Mark, I was spending, even though FMTSA did not have any listening sessions this year, as most drivers are familiar with, the large ones, a room full of people, and where it's broadcast via, on the web and on all that. They did have smaller breakout sessions on a few topics, so I was at those and attending some other things, so the conversations I got to have are a little bit shorter, but the thing that impresses me is when I talk to our members that come by is just the dedication to their fellow drivers. In all honesty, that's the thing I got more than once this year, and in some pretty dramatic ways from a couple folks too. Actually, really being concerned about their fellow driver and making sure everybody gets a fair shot at it out here.
And when you say concerns, are we talking about safety issues, the pay issue, fatigue issues,
all the way around? In all seriousness, all the way around. Truly, folks are concerned